the 5 knives that make me happy. And man, I really don't know who I should tag for this, to be honest. I think I'm gonna tag Neves Knives. I'll do my homie Backpack B, Tri-State EDC. I mean, yeah, I'm
this
gonna take
fucking
a shot
guy.
here.
You believe
JT's
this fucking
Knife
guy?
Life? You know, maybe.
So Ray over at Everyday City Carry, a good friend of mine, great dude. It tagged me at the end of his pieces that make him happy video. 5 knives that make you happy. And as you can see, I only have 4. And there's a reason for that. It's because number 5, the Slimfoot, the Arcform Slimfoot, made by Rayot, the manual flipper, is out in the world, out in the wild, being loved on and maybe abused by my fellow knife YouTubers. And I miss it dearly. And this video has really just reminded me how much I love that knife. So it would be right here or Rapture, but this is what these are my 4 that make me happy. I love this idea. It's a lot harder to pick than I would have ever guessed. Damn near impossible to whittle down, you know, 70 knives to fucking 5. But here we go. These are 4 pieces that make me happy. Very happy, in fact. And I'm going to walk you through. So, my right to left, your left to right. We're not going to get bogged down with the details. The ProTech Runt, a 4? A 5? The ProTech Runt 5. Good God, does this thing make me smile every time I see it. 1, because it's tiny and adorable. I mean, how can you not just fall in love with this little thing? It's magnificent. And this is the little special edition they did. This is one of 40. This is number... it's numbered all right somewhere, maybe. Number 23 of 40. And Derek from ProTech reached out to me on Instagram and said, "Hey man, do you want the you want to check out the Runt 5 prototype before anybody else?" And I said, "Well, do I ever?" So to me, this knife not only is adorable and excellent in every way, and it's got that stunning mirror finish on it. I just adore it, everything about it. And the new Alumabronze scales. To me, this knife marks a momentous occasion in the channel's history, where this was the first time a manufacturer reached out to me and said, "Hey, you, random dude on the internet, this isn't out yet, but you can have one if you want." Like, of all the companies to do that, it was ProTech, who I've just adored since the beginning of my knife nerdiness. Since the beginning of my knife, you know, obsession. So for them to reach out, it was really special. So that will always make me very happy. It is just a stunning little piece. They are coming soon, I do believe. Whichever one of these cameras will pick up on it. It's just wonderful, and I adore it. And it makes me smile. And I can, you know, check my teeth in the mirror polish. You know, see if I got any goop stuck betwixt my teeth. But it's a winner all around, and it just makes me giggle every time. So then I feel like this one should be obvious if you've watched the channel for long enough. The ever so delightful Spyderco Smock. This was the first expensive knife I ever purchased, and you know, expensive. And it was the first knife I went and tried to mod myself. The first knife I ever modded ever. By mod, I mean I bought scales off the internet and put them on. But then I kind of fell in love with modding because of this knife. Because these scales came as Jade G10 scales, and I dyed them emerald green. This was the first time I tried dyeing something. It was a nightmare, and I should have read more and watched more YouTube videos, but I figured it out, as you can see. And I also heat anodized all of the standoffs, and the stop pin, and the button. And I bought matchy-matchy bronze hardware. So I really made this knife my own, and this was the first one that I ever did that with. And I just fucking love it. I mean, the Smock in and of itself, if you have one, if you've held one and it didn't make you smile, get some therapy, bud. You got problems. I just adore this thing, and every time I carry it, it's just mind-blowingly slicey. The action is endlessly addicting. And on top of all of that, this particular Smock, when I wrote and recorded and posted my review on it, the Smocks, Kevin and his wife, reached out to me and said, "We loved your video. We're going to send you a package. What's your address?" And I went into full-blown panic mode, because at this time I had like less than 500 subs when that video went up. Way less than 500 subs. So for them to reach out to little old me and say, "Hey dude, we're sending you something, what's your address?" It blew my mind. Well, it got here and it was a set of Kevin's custom Smock bearings that he puts in the custom, the mid-tech customs that he makes. And I put them in this puppy, and holy bejesus, dude. I thought it was insanely good action before. I mean, Kevin, my guy, well done, dude. I mean, seriously, well done. These bearings just elevate this thing to a whole nother plane of existence from the $175 Smock that arrived at my door all those many, many moons ago. But I love it, and it makes me smile, it makes me joyful. And it's beautiful, and I get a lot of compliments on the emerald and brass, it's a classy look, I like it. So we have two little brass thing going on here. Third, and the newest, is the ever delightful and endlessly impressive EMP EDC Nimble. Designed by John, the man, the myth, and made by QSP to just insanely excellent tolerances. The fit and finish here is like mind-blowing. M390, running on bearings. Open it 7 ways to Sunday, bud. And it's, God, dude, it's just so good. Every time this is in my pocket, it doesn't stay in my pocket long. It comes out right away. And I love it for a lot of the same reasons that I love the Smock. It makes me giggle. It fills the dead air with the sounds of clicky clackies. And I don't know if I'll ever get sick of this. I know he's announced the XLs, and I cannot wait to get my grubby little mitts on those, but as it stands, I mean, nothing makes me smile as much as this. Also, it makes me grin knowing I have number 3 of the first production run. It also makes me grin that I was the first channel, other than Metal Complex, and you can't win them all, Other than MC, I was the first channel to ever get one of these. I had pre-ordered it, but as soon as they came in, John reached out to me and he said, "Dude, I love your videos. This is your order number, right?" And I said, "Yeah." And he goes, "It's on the way." So I got it before everybody else. And it just makes me giggle. I'm not gloating. I'm not... it's just too good. I really am looking forward to the future of that little man up in the Pacific Northwest. No, he's not a little guy. He's probably a hell of a lot taller than me. But you know what I mean. A little company. Just a guy who loves knives making some incredible stuff. And I just love it. I love the looks. I love the lines. It makes me happy. It really does. So, moving right along to the fourth and unfortunately final knife on the table. Oh, the Evo Typhoon. The full size with the clip point from good old Brian Nadeau of the Knife Nuts podcast, otherwise known as Sharp by Design. This is the Rayot made production, and it was a knife. Every time I see it in the knife box and every time I carry it, I just ear to ear grin, because it was a knife I'd given up on. It's a knife I always wanted, a knife I always wanted to handle, and I kind of had just, the idea of owning one was just so far out of the realm of possibility that I was like, well, just gave up on it. And then, God bless him, love them knives, had a knife sale, and lo and behold, there it was, for just a hair under retail. And I snatched that fucker up so fast. I was sure when I emailed him that it was going to be gone. But no, it wasn't. And a few days later, she showed up, and I just have been absolutely obsessed with this thing. Fit and finish. The micarta, the titanium, the simple and swoopy pocket clip. The way the detent breaks, oh my god, I just giggle. It gives me goosebumps. It's so good. It is so good. If you ever have the opportunity, it's a knife you should at least handle. Because, good god, man, I just cannot. It makes me laugh that I own this. Like, this is mine. I cannot even comprehend that this is mine. I've had it for 6+ months. And every time I get out of the box, I'm like, damn. I fucking own that shit. So that's, yeah. And the fourth is done. And I adore it. So there they are, the top 4.5. I'm gonna hyperimpose a fucking Arcform Slimfoot right here. But number 5 is the Arcform Slimfoot Flipper by Rayot, designed by the man himself, Tough Knives, who is a super nice dude. I talked to him. He's a musician. He's a guitar player, and I love that. So me and him hit it off after my review of those came out, the Slimfoot Auto and the Slimfoot. And it helps that you get to know the makers. John, I got to, talk to John a lot. And I've talked to Kevin Smock a lot since that review came out. And I talk to Derek from ProTech all the time. I think each one of these makes me smile. Well, in the Slimfoot, man, the guys at Arcform are always quick to answer any questions I have when I'm putting video together. And the lines on that knife, the style, the simplicity, the tankiness of it, it's such a hefty knife. Everything about it makes me giggle. It is a work of modern art as far as I'm concerned. So to me, it's like having a Picasso on the wall. But instead, I keep my Picasso in a orange box lined with styrofoam. The Slimfoot is just such a clean design. I just adore it. I love it. That was another one I had given up on a lot, like the Evo. I was just like, well, I'll never have one. I'll never be able to afford one. Sure enough, never give up hope. I think that's the general theme here. And each one of these knives represents, an excellent human being and an amazing relationship that I have created in the knife community, which I just have grown to adore. I loved it before I ever started doing YouTube videos, but even more day by day, it seems. Derek's the nicest dude in the world. Hanging out with the Smocks and the DMs. I got to talk to the missus. I got to talk to the mister. The nicest people you've ever met. And they're from, they're not from Ohio, but they live in Ohio. They manufacture here in Ohio. And I like that because I'm here. John at EMP EDC, super nice dude. We'll do anything for you. Each one of these represents, and the Arcform, you're talking to Tough Knives, talking to Jeff, super nice dude, insanely talented. And I think that's what makes each one of these knives special to me, more so than everything else. Not more so, but the number's 5, I can't go, well, fuck everybody else, I'm doing 10, eat my dick. But yeah, that's it. I really liked this challenge. It was challenging to kind of whittle this down. It was really hard. But, as soon as I really thought about it, it was like no-brainer. No-brainer on all 5. I do miss my Slimfoots. Guys in the Apex Pass Around group, please take care of my babies. I miss them so much. But that's it. Those 4 and this poorly hyperimposed image of the 5th. Those are the knives that make me smile. Every time. For months. In some cases for a couple of weeks. In other cases for months and months and months and months. I mean, I bought this like almost a year and a half ago. And the grins just keep on coming. So, I don't know who's been shout out yet in this thing. And I need to figure that out. Go to share the love. These are, if you're on this list, get your act together. Get your favorite 5 happy knives out. And pass it along. I want to see the sharpened blades, 5 happy knives. And Lefty EDC. And DTOM. Get on it, boys. No horsing around. That's it. I like this. I like this a lot. I like these little challenges. MC had one a while ago. Your Final 5 challenge. I like that. So that's it for me here in glamorous Cincinnati, Ohio. This has been kind of a struggle for me, but at the same time, a nice trip down memory lane. So, to all of you, until next time, thank you for watching. Bye-bye now.